Hi everyone, you're now watching CGTN live streaming. We're coming to you live in the city of Changsha. Well, right now we're at the Changsha International Exhibition Center. Today is actually day 3 of the expo. This is an area that covers 100,000 square meters, and we see a vibrant display of over 800 products of African products from various countries, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is day 3, and it's an event that happens every 2 years. I was here last time. We were here last time, and it feels like this year is even busier, right? It's almost like family day today. So many people brought their children, and it's a great opportunity to learn about African products. And shall we start from?
Sure. Well, of course, it's a Saturday, right? As you said, lots of people are bringing their kids to the event. This is a biannual event, so it happens. Last time it happened is 2023, right?
Yeah.
And in 2025, it's I would say that people or parents see this as a very good class for their kids.
It's certainly
to actually learn something.
A family-friendly education opportunity. So it's colorful. We're inside a pavilion, a national pavilion for Congo, right?
Yeah.
Every year they have different guest countries of honor, and this time I think it was 5 countries.
Yeah. And just now, there are lots of products, as I mentioned. There are over 800 products, and there are Tanzania's sapphires, Namibia's chili sauce, and today actually we have a special guest, Dia.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Dia is actually an engineer from Egypt, right? And what do you have? What do you have for us today?
Actually, I was looking at our project in.
I'll hold it for you.
This is our project in Republic of Congo, and this project constructed by China State Construction Company, Pepsi Engineering Bureau, and it's called the National Road Number 1. And what you want to know about this project, it's connecting between the capital of Congo, which is Brazzaville, and the next or second city of the Congo, which is the port city of the state. And the most amazing thing about it, you can imagine, it's reduced the traveling time from 7 days to 6 hours. This is
7
amazing.
days.
Yeah.
Wow.
6 hours. That's amazing.
It's very useful that the people from this country, Congo, call it the path to tomorrow. It's very useful.
Right. Like last year, we had this FOCAC summit held in Beijing, right? And China actually put forward this concept of 10 partnership actions. One of them is connectivity, and I think this best exemplifies that, right?
Yes. For example, you can say this bridge is just like connecting between Beijing and Shanghai by highway.
Okay.
And the fact that, China, there's a saying that says something about wealth and roads. To get rich, build a road.
To get rich, build a road. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I believe China has built many new roads in Africa, but it's not just infrastructure, right? We're creating jobs along the way, and this project, I assume, has created many local employment.
Actually, there is one more thing I can tell you about this project and the Republic of Congo. Republic of Congo and China had been partners for more than 60 years. It's a very long time.
Very long time. As I said, that China benefited, right? Chinese people benefited from building roads like this, like decades ago. Now China wants to, people from Africa to benefit as well from the connectivity, from infrastructure, from everything that we've been trying to provide to African countries.
Yes. And as our cameraman's exploring the rest of this pavilion, how do you feel about this expo so far? You've been here a few days?
Yes, I've been here for a few days, and I think there are some amazing things here. One of these I want to show you is their wood carved. They use the wood to carve some flowers and something like that.
Wood carved flowers?
Yes, wood carving. It's very beautiful.
Well, bear with us as we try to navigate through this crowd.
Very crowded. It's a Saturday. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. It's just too crowded.
But look at this.
Wow, it looks.
Yeah, we could try. Do you want to try?
I don't think I'm a good artist.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You
you.
could teach. I mean, you could try. I mean, we could both try a little bit.
Well, guess what? I think it takes talent, right, to paint like this.
I think he's reluctant to let us touch his artwork.
Oh,
Of course, I like it. It's very full of details. Oh, thank
Here
you.
we go. Do you want to try this?
your turn. Want to try this? Okay, now the staff here is trying to give us a crash course on how to do a wood carve.
Something else, when you paint something like that, you want to draw above it first, right? Yes, just using a pen or something to mark it, and then you will, according to these markers, paint it, right? Oh, okay. But I see you actually finished it. Oh, I think it takes a skill to do something like that. You're carving perfect.
How long do you think it takes to be a master on this?
I imagine years.
Years, yeah.
So when I'm doing this,
I think he's just doing kind of a simple
Pattern?
pattern.
Yeah. This is not simple to me. So, Dia, is this your first time doing this?
of course, it's my first time, so you can say I'm not very talented.
You're not bad, actually.
Do you want to give it a go, or?
No, I'll pass. Do you want to try it?
Can I just kind of feel it?
Okay.
Can I just feel how hard the wood is?
You can sit here.
Oh.
You can sit here and get
Okay. Let me try this.
How do you feel about it? Is that hard?
I mean, the wood
I
feels
think it's
very soft.
I can say it's hard, yeah.
It's hard.
Yes. It takes a practicing.
Oh, there's a
to do
special
something
way
like
to
that.
hold the scalpel. Yeah, like
This is
this.
definitely not easy.
Definitely.
Like that. Oh. Okay.
这个要放这里，
这个要放这儿。
啊，
Like this.
对，要
Okay,
这
you
样
need
把
to
握
hold
住
it the right
碗
way.
裙
It's a very
碗裙就能搓起来啊，这样。
Otherwise, you can't
Look,
move
I've
it at all.
taken painting pictures before as a kid, but this is nothing like that. This is it's hard to. Now I've gone too deep.
加油！
Actually,
I've gone too
it's not
deep.
about being strong. It's about being accurate.
go.
You need to be accurate so you can
you're
carve it
using
like
the middle
what
finger
you
to
carve.
kind of help.
Yeah, being
control
accurate.
the force of it. Nice. Thank you very much. How long does it take to finish a full painting?
三针的，
Several days.
对，
Wow. Good work.
Takes several
I'm gonna-
days to finish
Yeah,
a painting
I'm gonna
like
let-
this?
Yeah.
Several days.
I'm gonna let you
Wow.
get back to finishing your masterpiece. Thank you very much.
I think it deserves the hype.
Well,
Well, that's
once again,
interesting.
thank you so much, Dia, for
Thank you,
introducing.
thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you. So I saw some interesting fashion over there. Oh, not in this part. I think we're looking for the necklace.
The one in Kenya, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easy to get lost with so many people in this exhibition. But yeah, every country's bringing the best they have, their traditional arts and crafts, their premium products, and they're really trying to tap into the massive Chinese market of consumers. Is this where we're going?
Yeah, I think this is the one, the Kenya one. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the other day I was at South Korean National Pavilion. They have this chili sauce, but you know, Changsha.
South African.
South African, yeah.
Yeah.
Changsha is also famous for spicy food, right?
Right. That's
And
impressive.
they're sort of having this competition of like who's more spicy.
Right. So what's the verdict? Did you try?
It's a tough call, I would say.
Well, I guess it's pretty impressive that they're trying to break into a market that's already famous for chilies. Okay, here we go.
Oh, this is what you're talking about.
Yeah, these
Sort of like
handmade
necklace or something?
necklaces. I think the store owner's too busy making business.
No, we
so
can just
let's
do it ourselves, right?
Yeah. 可以
Just
帮我
maybe pick one?
带一下吗？我们正在直播。
带哪个？
哪个你觉得会比较好看？可以。
Okay, the blue one.
The blue one. So I was told that these were made by
Maybe,
women in Kenya.
well, it's actually not
Everything
bad.
is handmade.
That's good.
It's actually quite heavy.
Yeah, it's good. You're actually combining both Chinese and African cultures together.
It's a great piece to cover to cover any belly fat. So
Yeah.
it's great.
That's
All
good.
right.
That's good. You can consider buying one.
Okay. I will probably come back for this. 谢谢，你帮我存下来。Yeah, so as you can see, all these exquisite artworks, every
But-
piece generates income for
Is it heavy though?
people back home. It's heavy. It's
A bit
heavy,
heavy.
but well, fashion is heavy. Shall
Fashion
we
is-
move on?
Okay. So there are cosmetics, there are food.
Fashion.
There's just too many stuff, right?
Yes. Too many things.
All at once. So we don't even know like what to look at.
I think people are here because first they're interested in learning about Africa, but also this is a great opportunity to buy African products
yeah.
without actually having to get on
It's a
15-hour flight.
It's a shopping spree, like
Yeah.
for consumers.
Exactly. And so, who else have you talked to in the past few days? You've spoken to a
Well,
South African
the other
businessman.
day I was talking with Namibian Minister of International Relations and Trade, and she actually said that every country needs that market access as well as the opportunity to trade freely, especially given like all the uncertainties, unpredictabilities that we're facing in the world. And you know what? The market is big enough to absorb everyone's products and services. I think that makes sense, right?
For sure. I mean, China has been Africa's largest trading partner, and its position it's held for 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's
So I
only
think
going to get bigger.
It's 16 years already.
16 years
Yeah.
now. And with the new policy, China is removing tariffs on all 53 African nations it has diplomatic ties with.
That's right. China recently also pledged it will implement that zero tariff policy, right, to 53 African countries. I think that's also something for the trade cooperation.
Yeah, it's an exciting
bilaterally.
time for African nations. But I think we're going to visit a very interesting Chinese company, one of the leading biotech companies in the world.
Okay, this is BGI Shenzhen.
Yes.
Well, nice to meet you, sir.
Welcome to BGI.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here is our exhibition. BGI is a Chinese genomics company. We are one of the leading genomics research institutes as well as the commercial company in the world. And we have been in Africa for more than 15 years. Well, we have collaboration with the Chinese CDC and the African CDC to train African technicians. Over the years, we have trained more than hundreds of them. And you can see here, this is our collaboration with Sierra Leone. About before the COVID-19 pandemic, we have a major breakthrough of the Ebola virus in Sierra Leone, and we have launched our sequencer in the country to help test the virus. Notably, later last year, we have an outbreak of the Marburg virus in Rwanda. We did exactly the same thing. And here, as you can see, is our genomic sequencer. Well, what is a sequencer? When you study astronomy, you need a telescope, right? When you study biology, you need a microscope. When you study genes, you need a genomic sequencer. We use this to look into the genetic code of not only human beings, but also animals, plants, and pathogens. Well, this is our desktop sequencer, and this one is even smaller. We use a new technology called the long read technology to develop this very small, portable, and robust machine.
And the DNA sample goes in here, right?
Right, exactly. This is where the sample goes. As you can imagine, this is very flexible. You can move it around. For example, now everybody is talking about the monitoring of the environment, say to monitor the quality of waters. So this is extremely convenient to use in that scenario. Just imagine you just need one drop of water, and we can sequence all the information of the living things in the water. Well, one drop of water in the sequencer tells you how many kinds of fish, shrimps, even bacteria are in the water as a monitoring of the environment.
Why do you think Africa needs something like this?
Well, we use genomic sequences to help Africa build a technology background to identify, for example, bacteria and viruses. We can also use this on human. For example, together with South African, we have built the first ever high throughput genomic sequencing laboratory in Cape Town. A few years ago, back in 2003, Vice Premier Sun Chunlan made her last foreign visit in her term as Vice Premier. She was in South Africa visiting this very lab, and she said the collaboration between BGI and South Africa is very nice, as this laboratory is among the first laboratories in the world to discover the Omicron strain of the COVID-19 virus. This is the laboratory. And this is the health minister of Ethiopia signing an agreement with BGI to build a precision medicine laboratory in the country. And also we can use the sequencer on forensics. For example, we use this to identify the parental relationship, to exactly identify whether this is the children of the parent. Not only humans, but also animals. We use this to test the exact kind of dogs and cats. Well, here, also pathogens. Last year, in April 2024, BGI donated 20,000 HPV tests to the country Rwanda in the northern province. We know that the HPV virus is the major cause for cervical cancer in women. And here you can see we are training the local women to take samples. And this project is so successful that the health minister of Rwanda is very excited about it. And he said he wishes to cooperate with BGI to make Rwanda into the first cervical cancer-free country in the world. And we will do that. Now we are entering the agriculture part. Here we see some coffee from Ethiopia. Well, a lot of companies, a lot of people are importing coffee, are making coffee, but why BGI? Because we use genomic technology, we use sequencing to identify the exact kind of coffee. Say, well, the coffee are Hambella, the coffee are Geisha, or Igashef. Well, we use the genomic sequencing to identify exactly, we give reports. So you can be rest assured that this is the right kind of coffee that you are drinking.
What about this?
Right. As you can see here is the real rice. This is our new product in collaboration with the University of Yunnan. This is the perennial rice. Perennial in contrast to annual. Well, this rice grows for multiple years. Once planted, you can harvest it for multiple seasons, and given the right temperature, it can also survive winter and be harvested for the next year. So you can imagine this greatly saves labor and also water resources. Here, as we see the picture, is our trial planting in branding. And the lady here, this is the first lady, the wife of the president of Huang, the president of Branding. And here is in October last year, we collaborated with Uganda to establish the Perennial Rice Cooperation Center, China-African Perennial Rice Cooperation Center. Well, if you have noticed, one day before this China-African Expo, Foreign Minister Wang Yi had a meeting with his colleagues from Africa. And this very meeting issued...
The ministerial meeting of coordinators?
Right, the coordinators, exactly. And this coordinators meeting issued a list of achievements after the Beijing summit. And this China-Africa Perennial Rice Cooperation Center is listed into the achievements. So we are very happy as BGI has a motto, Omics for All, which means we wish to use our technology to benefit the people not only in China but rest of the world, including Africa. We are happy that we made our contribution to the 10 partnership actions, including health and also agriculture and livelihood.
Right. You see that businesses like BGI Shenzhen take people, their lives in Africa like very seriously, right? Currently we're facing multiple challenges. We're facing food security issues, public health issues, and you're leveraging technology to solve all the problems.
Yeah.
Well, probably not all the problems, but we try to do what we can.
But you're also not just sending them the products and that's it. You're also sharing expertise. You're making sure that they can maintain these products and they can use them for the long term.
Right.
It's a transferring of skills.
Right. We certainly hope that we will not only make the technology available and affordable, but also equitable. We use this technology for the people in China, but wherever we can, we also wish that this technology may benefit the people in Africa as well.
Right. That's what Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi said at the opening ceremony, that China will unreservedly share its experience with African countries and, of course, seeking common development. That's exactly what you just said.
Thank you very much.
Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, so this is BGI Shenzhen. Well,
yeah, as we move forward, we see...
After seeing the technology, tech-savvy stuff, I guess we're going to see how there is a live streaming room. Want to check it out?
Yeah, let's take a peek. I think they're doing a live stream right now.
Well, I think they're currently live streaming.
Live streaming is all the rage in China. People do buy a lot online.
Okay, we actually can't really go inside.
Yeah,
but we can see from the outside that. What exactly are they selling?
That looks like macadamia nuts.
Macadamia nuts. And some stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Some wines.
Yeah. Tea.
Yeah.
Everything. So this is an interesting kind of.
There's also chili sauce. Right over there. There's chili sauce.
You bought a jar of chili sauce yesterday, right?
You actually see
On
there
spot.
are actually similarities, right, of products in China and Africa.
That's right. And a similar interest for premium goods, interesting products. And so that's why African business people, the owners that I've spoken to, are so excited about this free trade opportunity that they're able to bring in more products than ever before at lower costs. And this just means more employment back home, higher productivity, and overall kind of just changing lives in Africa. And as we're walking into this interesting area, this is a kind of a demonstration area for
Also technology.
yeah, for
right?
technology, the fruits of modernization and industrialization.
Yeah, and as we can see over there, if I can have my cameraman pan over to that side, there's a helicopter.
Yeah, and it's
But
an
it's
unmanned,
an unmanned helicopter.
yeah, used in disaster relief, firefighting, and dropping supply from the air. Obviously, this is
I guess it's for like emergency issues or
Yeah.
like monitoring maybe.
exactly for
Oh,
emergency.
it says right there is emergency communications.
Emergency communication in the case of a large forest fire or any disaster scenario. An unmanned helicopter would be really useful.
Well, it reminds me of that, what we call low altitude economy, right?
Yes.
Like the eVTOLs. This is just like that, but eVTOL can be for multi-purposes.
Yeah.
This is one of the purposes, emergency communications.
Yeah, and I read that this is probably the largest, the first unmanned helicopter for emergency use for Africa.
Yeah. We can see whatever works for China
Can work in
or
Africa.
works for Africa as well.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, China's building a lot of infrastructure in Africa, including hydropower plants. Well, I think this one is in
This is a hydropower project.
in Uganda, and it's the largest hydropower plant in Uganda.
Yeah, and that's total installed capacity of 600. Accompanied by transmission lines.
That's right.
Well, you can see that China's been helping with Africa, with all these infrastructure projects, right?
Exactly.
Connectivity and people-to-people exchanges.
Yeah, and so this is an example in clean energy, because as the BGI boss just mentioned earlier, we had 10 partnership action plans and wide-ranging areas that we cover, from green energy to digital innovation to even AI as well.
Yeah, and that's all for a greener and more sustainable future. And Africa definitely needs that.
Sounds like a concert happening. Shall we listen in for a little bit? Just listen to the music.
Just listen in. Well, you know what? During last September's summit, BOCAC summit held in Beijing, China and Africa actually pledged to build this what they call all-weather China-Africa community with a shared future for the new era. And there are already some early harvests. Since last September, in just 9 months, China's new investments into Africa topped 13.3 billion yuan, and that's about 1.85 billion US dollars. Its total financial support reaches about 150 billion yuan, and that's over 20 billion US dollars. And in 2024, China-Africa trade hit a record high, It's about 300 billion US dollars. And we also mentioned earlier that China maintained its position as Africa's largest trading partner for 16 consecutive years.
Yes.
This is amazing.
This is amazing, and all of these progress could not have been possible without financial institutions, right? The ease of transaction. And I think the Bank of Communications and Bank of China, everything on show here in this financial section.
So the financial support is really the engine, right, of starting those infrastructures. Exactly. Without the funds, you can't really start any of that.
Yeah, and we have a staff here that could give us a little bit introduction.
So, yeah, could you just maybe briefly introduce to us, like, what are some of the maybe cooperation projects that you did in recent years?
大家好，欢迎来到交通银行。我们交通银行呢，始建于1908年，是我们全球银行1000强中的第9位。我们2020年约翰内斯堡分行开业，旨在立足南非，辐射整个非洲。那我们的2024年，我们交通银行。整个交通银行的对非跨境人民币增长了是136%，与对非的结算呢是增长了36%，对非的口含融资呢是增长了305%，对非洲的基建矿采等产业提供了扩大融资的支持。
There's so many numbers. I really can't remember all of them. But basically what you're saying is that there is so many like direct financial support to Africa in recent years.
是的，是的。我们在现场呢也布置了非常多的非洲元素，请大家跟我一起来看一下。首先呢是我们的伊哲喝咖啡的专区，大家可以在使用数字人民币可尝到100%来自非洲的咖啡豆，体验非洲好味。
So it's coffee. 是来自哪个国家的咖啡呢？
有不同的咖啡豆有不同的风味，
很多不同的国家。
对，不同的国家的。
Okay, so it's coffee from various African countries, right?
这边写数币1折。
是的，我们是这个就是说我们使用数字人民币可以享受1折喝咖啡。公众在体验数字支付便利的同时呢，也可以品尝我们的非洲好味咖啡。非常韵味。
Right. So if you use digital renminbi here, you'll get a 10% discount, right?
Yeah.
90%.
90% discount.
90% discount. Okay.
That's a good deal.
这边都是人手做咖啡，现场制作。
Okay.
还有一个区域呢，就是我们的非常快乐1折夹娃娃专区。然后这边的这个墙呢，是我们的网红打卡墙，在中国和非洲之间呢，显示了湖南，寓意着我们在湖南欢迎来自世界各地的朋友来湖南旅游。
Okay. You see that Changsha is also famous in recent years for its tourism, right? There are so many tourist spots, and of course, they're also leveraging the expo to really welcome more. Maybe African tourists to come to Changsha, to come to Hunan.
现在我们大家看到的呢是我们的夹娃娃专区，这里边的娃娃呢全部都是以非洲大草原动物为原型，这个机器非常火爆，我们在参展的时候公众非常喜欢来玩。
Okay. You want to get one of those stuffed animals?
可以试一下哦，我们可以试一下。
I know our cameraman is an expert in this, but I'm not so good. Maybe
okay,
you
the
try.
cameraman is an expert on that, right?
我们试一下，就是试一下。
So I'll drop the coins and you try the.
中了！
啊
Wow.
Well done. OK， 是把所有都放进去吗？
来，
这边吗？
一起放进去。先放2个 ，OK， 试一下。
No, I'm really bad at this.
Okay, let me try that.
Let me hold this for you.
Okay, which one do you want?
Well, whichever one's easier, I guess.
Well, it all looks really hard. Maybe that one over there?
Yeah, that looks like a rhino.
No.
可以再试一下的，我们是2次机会。
Okay.
Another.
Another turn.
Maybe another go at the rhino or a different
Another rhino?
Or leopard. I don't know.
Leopard, let me try that leopard. How about this one? Let's do this. No, I'm really not good at this.
It's really hard.
You want to try it though?
Oh, I've got 2 more coins.
Okay.
But I think,
Yeah.
the kids.
让我们试一下好吗？让姐试一下好吗？天气，
谢谢。
Okay.
All right, let me try this.
Let's do it one more time.
夜玩一下好吗？
So do I just
可以的。
do I just
玩一下好吗？
go forward
排队稍等一下啊。
and then shall I have another go with
yeah,
the rhino?
maybe the rhino again.
Let's do that. Ah.
So close.
All right.
还有一遍，还有
Here
一
we
遍。
go.
Okay, one last chance.
The
Better
rhino
seize
again.
it, right?
The rhino again.
The rhino. Let's stick with the rhino.
Gotta. Come on.
再来一次吧，再
All
来一
right.
次，
再来一次，来就试一下。
再来一次，来了。
Try again.
One more time.
I one more time.
One more time.
Now 再往前一点，
Everybody's in.
瞄准。
所以你有看到也有非洲的展商或者是顾客也有来这个展。
我们纳米比亚的大使非常喜欢来玩这个，他抓走了2个，抓走了他喜欢的。
The ambassador from Namibia.
对，他们的驻华大使是在我们这里抓了2个，一个狮子，然后一个斑马，然后他非常的高兴，说要带回家给他的小朋友玩，非常的好玩。
Okay.
这个区域呢，就是我们交行的一个历史石碑、一个简介的区域，上面有我们的交行成立以及我们的发展的一个情况，重要时期的大事。好啦。
好的，那我们可以
This is
之后
pretty
再
much
了解
the。history.
而我们
Okay.
还有一个比较重要的利器，看我们这位先生在使用的这个。
This is like
这个是
foreign exchange.
对，这个是在我们现场帮了我们参展商大忙。它可以直接使用护照零门槛兑换，接受美元、英镑、欧元等主流货币的兑换。直接放人民币，然后就外币出实时汇率。
Okay.
非常方便。
This is if you use your passport, it's very easy, right? Very low threshold. You can get US dollars and British pounds and pretty much all mainstream currencies.
Yeah. Again, the ease of transaction
Easy
is really
transactions.
the
Exactly.
cornerstone of doing
Exactly.
businesses. I'm not sure we are supposed to get so close at this machine, but let's move forward. 好的，谢谢。
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
谢谢。
Okay.
Well,
So-
what a shame. I mean, we were so close.
Yeah, we're so
Getting the
close.
rhino.
But today is only day 3, right?
Right.
We got another day.
We can always come back.
We'll try our
and
luck in tomorrow, in day 4 of the 4th China-Africa Economic and Trade Expo. Well, we're currently at Changsha International Exhibition Center. This is an area that we can see over 800 African products. Just now we see the chili sauce, the wines, as well as the sapphires, you name it, right? There's a long list. I can't remember all of them. And really, this expo is all about further advancing that coordination between China and Africa with a focus on especially implementing that 6-point proposition of jointly advancing modernization as well as the 10 partnership actions put forward by China. And certainly this expo is sending a strong message of solidarity and collaboration between China and Africa and members among the global South.
That's right. I mean, do you remember the 6-point vision?
I can't remember exactly,
I
but
think
we do see some of that products, right? This expo is the best example of all those 6-point propositions in 10 partnership actions.
Absolutely. It's about openness, inclusiveness, and really putting people first. And we can really hear that from African businesses that are here for the very first time, really getting this opportunity to tap into the Chinese market and to learn more about their investment opportunities. And it's a great platform for officials from African nations to pitch investment opportunities for their country. So, these high-level exchanges, this high-profile event will really make a difference for businesses.
We see many old friends, and there are also lots of new-timers, but the goal is the same. They're here to make a difference.
Sure.
Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. We're streaming live for you in Changsha, and have a good one.
Bye.